Hey there guys, it's Hobo525 here, back with another video. And today, I'm going to be ranking all of my LEGO Iron Man MCU armors. So I have quite a bit of the MCU Iron Man armor minifigures. I think I'm actually only missing like 2 or 3 of them until I have like a full collection. But yeah, I figured I had enough to rank them, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, no comic armors are going to be in this list, just MCU armors, and these aren't just going to be minifigures. You know, I'm going to let armors like Hulkbuster and Igor be on the list because, I mean, they are armors. Maybe not minifigures, but they are armors. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this introduction. So, let's start the list. Alright, so first up is Igor. And I'm really not a big fan of this armor, guys. I 100% think it should have been a big fig. I don't think it has any business being, I guess, like, you know, a build like this. I mean, if it was a better build, maybe I'd accept it, but this just doesn't look good. I think my biggest problem is the helmet. It's garbage. It really does not look like a helmet at all. I don't know why they use this piece right here. It does not fit Igor whatsoever. I think they definitely should have went the Hulkbuster route, and they should have had like a helmet like this, but like blue obviously. And yeah, I think it would have worked a lot better. Like maybe just something like the Hulkbuster armor build, except smaller. I think that would have definitely worked for Igor, but unfortunately we didn't get that, and it is a shame because I've been wanting a good like Lego Igor for years. I mean, Igor is one of my favorite MCU Iron Man suits, so it's quite unfortunate. But yeah, other than the helmet, the armor is passable. Like, the build is fine, but the helmet just really takes me out of it. So next up is Bones, and this is a pretty good minifigure. I mean, I really enjoy this. The reason it's so low on my list is because I'm not the biggest fan of the black and gold coloring for like an Iron Man armor. Like, I think, you know, it should be kind of like War Machine, where it's black and like silver for the color. But yeah, this is a really cool figure. This armor was really cool in Iron Man 3 at the final battle, and it's still a really solid minifigure. I do love the added like helmet designs right here. I'm glad it wasn't just left blank, because that's definitely not something you want to have, you know, when making Bones a minifigure. So yeah, and this armor is very accurate to how it was in the film, and I'm honestly not too disappointed with it. So all in all, pretty good armor. Alright, so now we have Mark 46 from Captain America Civil War, and this is quite a badass minifigure. The overall design is beautiful. It is very accurate to the armor in the movie, so it gets big points for, you know, accuracy. And yeah, we have a lot of good detailed leg printing, torso, very nice and similar to the one in the movie. The helmet design is quite spot on, and I'm honestly just really happy with this armor. Now we have Mark 47 from Spider-Man Homecoming, and this is quite a good minifigure. As you can see, the torso is a repaint from the Mark 46 minifigure, because, you know, right here we have the silver. And yeah, it's pretty much the exact same thing, but I'm not going to take any points off because it's not really laziness, considering that's basically what the armor is in the actual film. It looks exactly like a Mark 46, except it has a little bit of silver on it. So yeah, the legs are not a repaint though, and I think, you know, it makes sense. But yeah, they look really cool. I really like all the detailing. You know, these Iron Man figures really do kill it of detailing. I haven't really shown them from the backside yet, but yeah, there is some silver repainting right over here. And I do like that the hands are gray, you know, pretty accurate to the armor, since it's mostly, or at least half, you know, silver. So yeah, and the helmet design is the same as Mark 46 and most of the other Iron Man armors, so this is a pretty spot-on minifigure. Okay, so next up we have Mark 43 from Avengers Age of Ultron, and I am pretty happy with this figure. Not really any issues here. It looks spot-on to the version in the film, and the helmet design, once again, is great. The legs are the same as the ones from Mark 46, as you can see, so yeah, I mean, not really a problem there, considering this armor came first. So yeah, honestly, I'm very happy with this armor. Alright, so next up is Heartbreaker from Iron Man 3, and this is definitely a great minifigure. As you can see, the helmet, the design is great, by the way. Like, out of all these, I think it has the most unique helmet design. I really like how, you know, there's like a lot different. It's not like the standard Iron Man helmet design we've been getting. So yeah, points to it for that. But there are a bit like white markings or like whiteout or whatever on there because stupid little me used to customize these Iron Man figures a lot. So I had to scrape the paint off before making this video. So that's why it looks kind of crappy. But yeah, still an awesome armor. I just love the detailing on it. This armor just looks so cool. I like the amount of gold we get on the torso and how the arc reactor is pretty highlighted. You know, it's all blue when most of these armors, you know, their arc reactors are white. The eyes are blue. That was a great touch. I just love this armor so much. No repaints as far as I could tell. And yeah, all around, this is a great underrated armor. Up next, we have Mark 44, aka Hulkbuster, and this build is truly badass. This has to be in like maybe my top 5 favorite LEGO sets I've ever owned. I mean, he is just so spot on to the freaking, you know, Hulkbuster in the film. I love the helmet design. As I said earlier, it fits very well. I'm glad they didn't make it like some build, I guess, piece, kind of how the, you know, Igor thing was. It's not like multiple pieces. This is just one helmet piece right here, and I absolutely love it. It scales very well, you know, to the actual Iron Man figures, so I like that quite a bit. And yeah, it's very flexible. You know, we got like some nice articulation here. Pretty badass, if I do say so myself. And the Iron Man minifigure actually fits in very well, as you can see. Yeah, just look at him in there. It's honestly just great how well he fits in here. And yeah, definitely one of my favorite armors, and hopefully I can get the Infinity War one soon. Now we have Mark 1, and if this list was, you know, based off on how much I like the armors in general, this would probably be at the bottom, because out of all the Iron Man armors, this is probably my least favorite, or at least one of my least favorites. But in terms of a minifigure, he is absolutely fantastic. The absolute detail is so accurate to the film. Like, it shocks me how much detail was put into this, you know. The helmet design is very nice. We have this nice, you know, kind of rough texture over here. It's quite nice. The paint apps are just great. The helmet is awesome. I'm glad they did not use the standard MCU, you know, Iron Man helmet. I think this helmet fits way better for this Mark 1. And yeah, as you can see, the detailing on the torso and legs, very accurate to the film, and I'm glad we got this nice kind of like metallic or glossy silver right over here. You know, look at that freaking detail on the back. Just look at that. I could tell a lot of effort, you know, went into making this minifigure, and it is just fantastic. I have pretty much no issues with it. Another very detailed figure is Mark 5. Oh my god, this figure is freaking just awesome. I loved him in Iron Man 2, you know, that whole suitcase scene where Tony suits up in this armor. It's freaking great. And yeah, this figure is still, the detailing is freaking spot on, just like the Mark 1. This is probably like one of the most detailed minifigures out of all of these guys. And yeah, the silver looks really nice with the red. I really do like the helmet design too. It's not the same as Bones, actually. I thought they were, but nope, they are a bit different, and it definitely fits considering how the helmet looks in the actual film. The design definitely fits, so I'm glad they add some detail in here. And yeah, things are looking good on the back too. Very detailed, as you can see. Just, it looks so accurate to the film. The paint apps on this figure is so freaking amazing, guys. But yeah, I've had a blast, you know, messing around with this guy. He's so awesome, and I've wanted him in my MCU like Iron Man collection for quite a bit, and I finally got him. Alright guys, so we are in the home stretch of this list, and up next we have Mark 6. And yeah, this is actually my first LEGO Iron Man figure I've ever owned. You know, I've had him for about 9 years now, and he still holds up to this day. I mean, just look at him, guys. We do have the helmet right here, which is a pretty good design. It doesn't have like the black detailing like the others have, which I think is fine. I mean, that design really wasn't introduced back in the day, and it still fits Mark 6 pretty well. You know, he doesn't need all those extra add-ons like the others have. But yeah, looks pretty freaking cool. I love the triangle arc reactor. That's always nice. As you can see, the legs are a bit kind of like smeared because this guy, I mean, I've had him for so long. So yeah, I mean, they used to be all gold, but still, he looks freaking badass, as you can see. We do have some nice detailing on the back there. As you can see, a little bit of the gold is faded away. And yeah, this is a very nostalgic minifigure, so I had to have him high on the list, and he honestly deserves it. Alright, so now we have a Mark 50, and this just had to be in the top spot, or at least close to that. This minifigure is freaking amazing. As you can see, the detailing is great, very accurate to Mark 50 in Infinity War, and I honestly really couldn't be any happier with this figure. It just looks so well done. I love the kind of like shadowing effects right here. Definitely makes the armor pop out a bit more than the others. And yeah, just a great design. You know, it looks a lot different compared to the others because, yeah, I mean, it's very, very advanced compared to them. And then, you know, we got some nice leg detailing. And then if we turn them around, things are looking good on the back. Very detailed. I just love it. The design is so cool. And the helmet design, pretty good. As you can see, we have like blue eyes, which I don't think we've seen since freaking Heartbreaker over here. So that's great that it's coming back. I think it does look a bit better than the white eyes. So yeah, I like that a lot. And then we have these little black paint apps right here, which I like quite a bit. It does add a bit to the helmet. And yeah, very happy with this figure. It just looks great. Alright, so my favorite Iron Man minifigure is Mark 42. And for those who've, you know, been with this channel for quite a while, I mean, this probably wasn't too big of a surprise. Mark 42 is my favorite Iron Man armor of all time throughout the films and the comics. I love this armor. It looks so badass. The amount of gold on it really makes it appeal to me quite a bit. And yeah, I mean, I don't really have any issues with it, as you can see. It's very accurate to how it was in the movie. The detailing is freaking out of this world. I love the gold hands right here. Very nice, you know. I think it works a lot better than it just being straight up red. And then on the back, it looks very nice as well. The gold is fading away quite a bit because I've had this thing since, like, you know, 2013. So, yeah. But still pretty freaking cool. The helmet design is awesome. I don't think it really needs to be like the others where, you know, we have, like, a bunch of black lines and stuff. It definitely fits for this armor quite a bit. And, yeah, honestly, I love this minifigure. Definitely one of my favorite LEGO Iron Man minifigure. Well, it is my favorite LEGO Iron Man figure, but it's definitely one of my favorite minifigures in general, and it's probably going to stay that way for quite a while. Alright, so that was my ranking of these armors, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me your favorite LEGO Iron Man minifigure down in the comments below, and yeah, I had a great time rebuilding these minifigures and making this list, because these minifigures are so badass. And when I complete, like, you know, the entire collection of all the MCU armors, since I still have quite a bit of armors to get, you know, until I actually finish, I will be making a collection video showcasing them all, but don't expect that, you know, really anytime soon, because it'll take a while to get them. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Have a great day, guys, and with all that said, Hobo525 out.